guess the main challenge today is that public transport is booming. That means that we need to reinforce the capacity that we are able to put on the networks all over the world. And to have those capacity, we need money. And that money can come from the passenger, but it must come also from the state, the region in charge of public transport. So the two major challenges, political will to invest in public transport and political will to bring money for operating public transport. So I think Geneva is a nice moment to get the momentum and have people invited there, politicians and decision makers, who will understand that time is ripe now for heavily investing in public transport. The future of mankind, to some extent, is depending on that.
We all have an issue with public transport. We know that urbanisation is increasing, our population is changing, and we have to work together and exchange best practice and best knowledge. And the Congress in Geneva is an ideal place to bring all the professionals together through the whole supply chain in order to learn from each other and learn from those experiences and benefit public transport to achieve our objective in the future. Hopefully the suppliers will actually provide a very large exhibition. Usually it's extremely effective. I think that the location in Geneva is perfect. I hope for a really good exhibition, and let's see all the 21st century and future technology being available for us to use to again achieve our objective of doubling the usage of public transport.
The key challenge is really to be able to design and deliver the right product, right services, fitting with the customer expectation, and of course at the right price. The Congress and the exhibition is really, I would say, a very good tool to have a better knowledge of what are the expectations of customers, any type of customers. And of course, exhibition is a way, is a tool to show our models, our techniques. So it's, a good way to be with customers and to have a good relationship with them. What I would say is that the motto "I move" really shows that PT and the whole PT sector has to move forward. So what we are expecting is to have, all the expectation, but on a long-term basis, and to know what we have to design, to develop for the next future. But the next future is 10 years from now. It's not right now.
Well, I think there are challenges that we're experiencing in Australia are very similar to what's happening around the world. The issue of the cost of infrastructure to be able to facilitate the growth and delivery of public transport across our country. I think there are issues about congestion which we have to address, and looking for very smart economical ways to be able to address those issues. It's this Congress and the exhibition that will really help us be able to look at what's happening around the world. The ability to listen to speakers that are experts in their area, that have experienced these type of things and are willing to share their lessons learnt. All of that is just a great benefit when you come along and you have it all in one place. With the exhibitions, it's about getting up close and personal with people, being able to talk to them about what they supply, what they do, how they do that, and how that might be able to help you in the future. So you always walk away from something like the Congress and these exhibitions with a knowledge and a network that is much broader and of benefit to your country. So I'll be taking that back with me. Well, I think the PT times 2 is, our motto within UITP, and it's about making sure that we expand the ability for people to be travelling on public transport. It's of benefit to the economy, it's a benefit to the people of the country. What this new approach does for us is be able to give a focus and a way of talking the same language across the world when it comes to public transport, but it also gives a focus for a goal that we want to deliver towards. And I think, again, the Congress and exhibition will allow us to discuss that further. It will allow us to be able to share our ideas, our experiences, and hopefully go back to our own port of call and be able to deliver against the PT times 2.
Comme vous le savez, nous venons de sortir d'une série de crises, la crise énergétique, la crise financière de 2009, dont l'impact est encore présent. Cette crise nécessairement a affecté les pouvoirs publics, mais également les ménages. C'est ainsi que l'un des grands défis des transports publics concerne le financement des investissements, mais également le financement de l'exploitation. Comme vous le savez, le congrès est un grand moment de partage. Tous les acteurs à travers le monde, qu'ils soient décideurs politiques, autorités industrielles ou opérateurs, se retrouvent pour partager leurs préoccupations communes, les préoccupations communes qui va dans le sens d'une meilleure mobilité, d'une mobilité durable.
Our cities face major problems and challenges over the coming years in relation to growing population. We've got growing housing need. We need to get sure that people can move around in our cities, and mobility is the big issue for us in all of our cities. UITP is a great organisation because it helps us focus on those needs to ensure that we know that mobility needs of all people can get access to our public transport system and ensure that our cities can be green and clean in the future. The Geneva Congress is going to be very exciting, I think, because it's going to have a focus very much around information technology and ensuring that people get the right information and smart ticketing, products, etc., to ensure that people can get around their cities very well. Make sure actually they can get around their countries very well. And so Geneva's conference is very much focused on ensuring that people understand what we're all doing right away across the world and on a global basis to help all of us try to focus very much in relation to how information technology can help us all in our public transport needs.
Current challenges I think we face in London are similar to those that are faced in many cities across the world, which is that we are growing, many more people are moving into cities, and as we grow we need to invest more in our transport systems. But against a sort of a backdrop of less funding becoming available from governments, because governments are sort of not having as much money, we need to think of new ways in which we can accommodate that growth. And those new ways will involve trying to encourage people to behave in a different way, not only use more public transport, but perhaps think about other ways in which they can carry out their business, such as shopping or going to work, in a completely different way. And I'm hoping that when we go to the Geneva conference, we'll be able to learn and share experiences from other cities in terms of how they might be trying to achieve those new ways. I always find the exhibitions really quite exciting because you do see new things, new products, even new vehicles that we haven't got on the streets in London. I think, oh, why can't we have something like that? So it's always good to go to the exhibitions because people sort of showcase sort of cutting-edge technologies. They also sort of showcase sort of cutting-edge new ways of working. So we're always sort of open to new ideas, and often there are new ideas on display. You get people there who you can talk to, who are experts in their fields, and they share those new ideas with you.
Effectivement, comme challenge, on a sur le plan mondial, on s'aperçoit qu'on a une crise économique et que partout, les budgets pour les transports publics vont être plus difficiles à trouver. Il faut qu'on trouve des nouvelles solutions. On a également toujours cette volonté de doubler le transport public sur le plan mondial. Donc, effectivement, ces solutions, on n'est que meilleur quand on est beaucoup à y réfléchir ensemble pour pouvoir prendre des informations ailleurs. Et tout cela va se passer à Genève. Venez à Genève pour pouvoir en débattre, pour pouvoir partager. C'est important de partager, pour pouvoir mieux comprendre ce qui se passe.
The challenges of the sector in this area, corporate social responsibility, is really a worldwide question. So it's important for the sector to gather all the members in this Congress because we could have a worldwide visibility, and the challenges of advocacy of UITP as public transport activity to convince the rest of the international organizations to take into account public transport in what they are doing. Congress and exhibition in Geneva will be a very good opportunity for our UITP to share good practices in corporate social responsibility for companies in public transport, and also have good practices in human resource domain to help us to go further in our questions in our UITP.